That's the money. That's not. That's money. That's somebody else's money. It happened again. Okay. If I have a real robe on, I don't have an anus. I have an anus right now and a butt crack. And when I'm done, buttocks fold is what I have. And it gets caught in my robe and I can't stand it. Because when I wear a robe, I don't have that problem. Because I don't have a buttocks fold and I don't have an anus in a robe of God. But right now, I am homeless already and I'm still caught and alive. And I can't help it that I have still myself in this Godhead. It didn't die. Believe me, I was not a God form to myself when I was doing all the activities for food. It was just busy. Yeah, but now I'm out of clothing, and that is why I have leverage on me that I ran out of money, and I'm wearing a robe of God because I am alive this way, and it's not a God complex. I can't go to the thrift store and buy any clothing because I don't have any money for the thrift store. They wouldn't just give me any clothing, which I don't need at this time because it doesn't fit because of my robe of God elsewheres. I don't have a zipper on my robe of God elsewheres, but I need that here because the robes here all open up when you sit down. So that's what the zipper is for. I am the Godhead. That is eternal. It's not really the truth. It's eternal, but it's not the truth. The truth, that would vary from person to person. What is your own personal truth? Okay, off high 987. That is the truth. So I said off high 987, but the truth is it could have been off low 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. What is the truth? It's 7 is the truth, but it's off high 987. That's not the truth to you. It's the truth to me because I was looking at it when I was doing it. That's how I am, God deceased. I'm not really God, is the truth for everyone. No. You have to have your own personal truth. And what do you need the truth for? Because you really do deceased if you don't trust something that's true. You don't have to. It's not meant for you to believe in it, trust it, or keep it, or hold it, or own it. It's not your truth. And then you have to go to jail and prison so you can die out of the things that you don't believe in, you don't agree with. It's supposed to be a small concept that you would disagree with something, you would go to jail, and then you need to die because you are yourself. You cannot say, I don't believe in something, and then you hold your keys and then you live in a house. That's you not understanding the house. You're on the outside of the house and the threatening, and you hold your keys inside the house and make the house hold your keys for you. You make the house hold your keys for you. You don't leave your keys in the door when you go on the inside of the house. You're past the dispute that you leave your keys in the door and you stay inside the house and then your keys are on the exterior. Yes, but you lock the door from the inside and you hold the keys inside. That is really a very big threat to the house. The house is really not there for you. There are people who can see the house from the outside and it's there with an address, but the house is not really yours and it's there for you on the inside, from the inside with your keys on the inside. It's not really truly there for you. The key fit is really not for that reason. The key fit, it might fit for you, it would fit for other people. If you passed your keys around and said, try it in this door lock, and you asked 10 people to try your key fit in the door lock, it will work for all of them. That's what's wrong with you. If you stand there and watch them, it will work for all of them right in front of you. Okay, what is the excitement of the hour? I sent Mitch hello, my feeder. I sent Mitch a text. But I did not receive a response right away. This text was about Cheryl. Because I have to identify how I know him to himself. Because they are not illegally alive is not true. They are illegally alive. So I found a picture of Cheryl, SherYl, E period for Eileen, and Eileen. That's her middle name, how she said it, and how she spelled it for me. And then Moser, Moscr, that is from me. They have the last name from me. But I have Cheryl as a babysitter for one night when I don't know Mitch leaving with mom and dad that way. That means he didn't know mom and dad just left the house and called Cheryl a babysitter for the night. And that may have been a small thing at the time because I have... How many babysitters do I have? I don't know how many babysitters I have, like I don't know how many boyfriends I have. Should I name a few just to give you an idea about it's too many babysitters? No, it can't be Mrs. Rauscher. She's not a babysitter. Well, let me get to the food. That's me having, if I go to a friend's house when I'm little, are all the people who open the doors, are they all babysitters? Because I hear babysitter is when somebody's in my house and they are watching me because I am too young to be left alone in my own house. Well, I was alive in that house before any of you. But you come back after you hire a babysitter. Well, mom and dad did come back after Cheryl was done babysitting. Let me say it another way. Cheryl was done babysitting when mom and dad came back. Yeah, they came back. Who knows? Mitch doesn't know that, but Cheryl knows that. Well, Cheryl and Mitch should have been aware of it in front of me. And what are they going to do for me? Because you are approximately beating around the bush about whose house is it. Well, it is my house. You can't hire a babysitter for me because I can't stay alone in my own house. Well, I realize that you don't think it's my house because you are dangerous people, because you have a penis in alive which is there to arrest you, to make sure that you do not kick and punch people with your arms and legs because you have a penis. So if that's why you don't leave me alone in my own house, you've got a bigger problem than that now. I don't have a live anymore. Nope, I'm saying the whole order out loud and getting nothing but comments of disbelief. You don't believe it that I ruled against yourself as judge and I died. Well, I died is still here because I died would not die out of the world and leave you here. You don't have a life that way. You just don't. That's you. You don't believe in me. You don't have a life that way, and it's you. Well, if you say no to everything, you're going to say no to your own genitals and die out of your genitals because the genitals are how you can see anything that you would say yes to. If you say no, well, you are shopping around for your genitals, but that's not fair to the creation of your genitals. When God gives you genitals, He's making the motion of everything you see with your genitals. And you cannot be selective about what you want to see with your genitals. That's why you people are always shopping. You are illegal. I made a small scream on the bag. It said cut here, and I did not cut on exactly on the line. I cut it across the whole top, and it left these small scream here. I did not get a clean cut with the scissors. It looks like it's better than no, because I can get into the bag at all. I cannot open the bag without a scissors at all. So it's better than no, but it has this scream here and this scream here. I'm going to leave it that way. But that is not how God intended it, but I'm going to leave it that way. Okay, so it's 4 minutes on the ravioli. And then I need to make 4 more minutes. Let me say it again. I need to make the rest of these ravioli, and we'll take another 4 minutes. Oh, we'll be right back. The camera is too close to the boiling water. Made no smell less bad and less evil. I can read it this way, but I don't think that would be enough. It's too close to the water. Well, hope for the best. So, Cheryl Eileen Moser. Cheryl E. Period Moser. Oh, Euhenia. Uh-huh. Cheryl, you have somebody named Euhenia, which is, if you spell it out, Eugenia. So you could say that in English. If it was male, it would be Eugene. If it ends in IA, it would be Eugenia. Something like that. But in Spanish, it's Eugenia. So she has an E name, and Cheryl's signature, Cheryl E. period Moser is the signature, and the E is not covered, that it's not Eugenia because you're not myself. Well, I signed my name when I was asked to sign it, but I don't owe you that I signed my name. Well, you are get out if you ask me to sign my name and you don't sign it yourself. You ask me to sign, it's coercion. You ask somebody to sign their own name, that's coercion. I would not ask you to sign your own name unless I was being coerced myself. And that's what's wrong with El Cortez Hotel Casino. Well, I can't help you. There's something wrong with it. Cheryl's Eugenia is not paid for. Eugenia is in Costa Rica. Where do we put her? Okay, Sylvia is the one who has the finca. It's a farm or something like a ranch, but it's like a farm. They say farm, something like that. Finca. So that's in Tiburon, Costa Rica. So where does Eugenia live? It's Sylvia I'm thinking of right now. Sylvia, yeah, Silvia, Sylvia. Eugenia, I can't remember her right now. I just remember trying to pronounce it. What I said down there was Eugenia because I couldn't figure out how to sound it out. I couldn't figure out how it was spelled. I heard it, Eugenia, and then when I tried to remember, I said Eugenia. Eugenia, and I said it wrong. So now I'm saying it's if you spell it out, Eugene, and add IA at the end, Eugenia. And then say it in Spanish, it's Eugenia. Spell it, sound it out. Yeah. But that's one of Magali's friends. And they're all removed from myself, but Magali stays in my room because she's my sister. Why isn't she my sister? And she has her own room like Cheryl. Because Cheryl has her own room in my house and she's my sister. And Magali didn't have her own room in the house, in La Casa. The casa, she didn't have a room for me in the casa. So I was staying in her room as an 8 weeks long guest. Yep. I had to go on vacation for a week. I had to go to a beach resort in so was it in San Jose area or was someplace else? Go to the beach. I went to La Playa to stay in a, I don't know, like rooms, I don't know if you say that's a hotel or a resort maybe. You just touched me in the nipple. Are you talking to me? That's a camera right there. There are people watching. Thank you. Well, I took a picture at that playa. If you want to say it's like a beach, I don't know, resort, but it wasn't that nice. I would say it's not that nice. I took a picture of a cockroach. It was the first time I could see a cockroach alive, and I had a camera, and I took a picture myself. So that was the first for me. And I thought it was great until I grew up even older. That was age 17. Age 17, and now I'm age 48, and I'm still living with cockroaches. Yeah, inside, But I took a picture outside. That was me saying the cockroach stays outside, afuera. So while I was at the beach, Magali was still in, her room in her house, casa. Have you ever been deported? I guess it's when you arrive at the casa and there's somebody in your room. Why couldn't they afford to find me someplace to live with? I could have my own room. Who does that? The pilot doesn't even want to work for that problem. Does anybody want to put another pilot in the pilot's bedroom? Oh, the pilot doesn't have a bedroom. I know, but he must have had one at one point that he was paying out, and then he became a pilot and had to pay out the cockpit. Well, he wants to make it worth his time. He wants to land the plane. Let's land that plane. Magali, I need my own room in the casa. Yeah. So, Cheryl, you have your own room in my house, but you put me in this position of Magali and I sharing a room for 7 weeks out of 8 weeks. Yeah, and then 1 week at the beach, and that's on me. I go to the beach. Magali didn't just go to the beach. What do I actually don't? I don't, shun in the room. I have to say shun. I don't shun in the room. I'm always alive. If you see me, I am alive. But I sleep. Well, I can't watch you while I'm sleeping. And is she watching me while she's sleeping? Because she was sleeping in there. Yeah. She had her own bed, of course. She had a twin bed. I had a twin bed. It was a room that was too small for 2 twin beds. Yes, it was too small for that. Well, Magali was really pleasant because I guess we were not quite in the consumption yet of what she was doing. We weren't far enough along in the consumption of what she was doing. Now I'm far along in the consumption and it's angry. Yeah, unfortunately, because I was delighted at her pleasant personality at the beginning of knowing her. So for the time that I was sharing a room with her, it was very pleasant. And then we did some pen, writing to keep in touch, letters. We sent letters to each other to keep in touch. And that was okay. But she approximately didn't pay for it by the time I went back to visit her in 1996 by myself without AFS because I just, I didn't have a house in North America. I just didn't have one. I didn't move on. I didn't move on and find some other place to live. It wasn't so easy to find a place to live. You people don't pay out the keys. So I went to see the house again, and I had a plan to be there for a month. And then I was leaving to go back to the U.S. because I was still in school. I was in the university. And when I got down there, Magali wanted to take me to the beach. Yeah. We went to the beach for how long? I don't know. We had a disaster. It was Lago Arenal. Yeah, that was not the beach, but it was a kayaking problem. Yeah, I don't kayak. Well, there were no life jackets. Did I already say that in another video? Okay, well, this is about Cheryl. Okay, Eugenia, a friend of Magali. Well, I don't see her on that second trip. No, Eugenia, she wasn't holding alive down there in front of me. Where did she go? I don't know, but Magali was still there. That's what I mean. Why didn't Magali she didn't respond to me and I didn't go for the visit. She was there, and this Eugenia, she wasn't there. Magali didn't go see Eugenia again. No. Well, Cheryl, where's Eugenia? Because that's you going missing with your middle name, Eileen. But you didn't pay out a key to myself. So this is what it is, that somebody doesn't pay out a key to myself that owes me by the last name Moser. So Cheryl uses the last name Moser and the middle initial E period Eileen. Nobody else does that. Oops, the light turned off. It's too hot. Okay. Oh, it's on again. Uh-oh. Okay. So nobody else Moser is using the name Eileen and the middle initial E period for any possible bank fraud of a first name or a last name with E. Starts with E. Like Elliot. What about Elliot? Eugenia. Eugene, like St. Eugene's is a church. Or Mr. Kelber. His first name is Gene, but if he has a signature of E, maybe Eugene. And then there's, what other E is there? Oh, there's somebody on CMT, country music television. Her last name is L. Her first name is Lindsay, so it's Lindsay, and then last name E-L-L. So Cheryl could be Cheryl L. E for L. Moser. I just can't help you with so many of your problems because you're not supposed to just hold your keys and you don't know why, but you hold your keys as you're always threatening myself that I don't have a home. Well, that's a whole long story of a life why you didn't consume that you gave me a key. Because it's not true, I don't know you. Cheryl, I know who you are. I just sent Mitch a picture of you, even though he knows that I know who you are. Now that I'm not living with mom and dad anymore, I want him to know that I don't have the debt deceased because mom and dad locked me out of my own house and told me to go fuck off. Well, they actually didn't pay my rent for me. They want me to pay the rent. They want me to drive a car for myself. They want me to shop. They want me to cook for myself. They want me to work out in the gym for Dr. Gertel. They want me to go to school for Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company. They want me to work in an office to be financially independent from my parents paying tuition at the school. So I have employment at Sylvan Learning Center in Tucson, Arizona. And then I had a headache because nobody did anything for me that I had a headache. And it kept going on. Like I had a headache and I announced I had a headache and that I was not really up to the responsibility you were giving me. And the headache continued. I just continued to have the headache for 9 months in Tucson, Arizona. And I was eventually abducted out of Arizona because I don't support a boyfriend as well. Do you know how to ask me for something as a boyfriend? Because I don't work for you. No, I don't. I don't work on my back for you. Oh, can I say that? I know. Did you tell me not to shout? Yes. Do you want me to don't shout at you? I don't work on my back for you. I fall asleep on my back, and I don't know what you're doing while I am helplessly unconscious. And you know, the time until I fall asleep and the time when I wake up, what are you doing while I'm helplessly in between conscious and unconscious? And it takes, I don't know, some time. It does take me some time to fall asleep. It takes me time to get up out of sleep. And what are you doing to myself? Do you think I work on my back in between the time I am awake and asleep? And while I'm asleep, is that working that you're sleeping? What are you doing anywhere near me? You don't want me to shout at you? You're going to say sorry to me someday that you said I shouldn't shout at you. Do you want me to make you sorry and make you withdraw your objections to myself? You don't have a choice. You can't even say you want it or you don't want it. You're in genitals and you don't have a choice. You don't get out of your genitals until you say you're sorry to me and tell me that when I shouted at you, that was none of your business to say anything about it. You're not to talk over the shout. You can't. You caused it. You eat it. You need it. You're alive that way. There's something wrong with you. You don't get out of your genitals until you acknowledge that. Comments are open, but I don't care for your suggestion that I need to get some help someplace because you don't like it. I don't work flat on my back for you. I don't need no help. Did you make something angry over yourself? You don't believe me that I'm the grandfather of the order. Yeah, I'm female because I don't need a girlfriend. I definitely don't need a boyfriend. If you have a penis, you're not really even a boy. You have a penis. You're totally outrageous penis people. You don't know how to have a penis. You're a disaster. Do you tell me I need to get some help? You don't know how to have a penis. Don't leave a comment that everyone can read before I can respond to you and tell you that I can't take your comment down because there's something wrong with you. You want to tell the whole world there's something wrong with you in the comments below my videos. You need your penis removed, and you need to know exactly why. If you tell me I need some help, I don't work flat on my back for you, and I'm not seeing another psychiatrist for you and your comments. If you have a penis, bend over and suck it. It fits right in the mouth. You don't have a home that way. You don't have one anyway. It's none of your business to talk about somebody who's not yourself when you have a penis. Your penis should be in your mouth at all times. You should be bent over with your penis in your mouth at all times. That's how everybody knows you didn't put it in anybody else's mouth. It's in your mouth at all times. If you're not in Africa, your penis is in your own mouth at all times. I'm coming back for the food. I minimally care about you. Are you still milling around the food supply? You still want to talk to me about myself? It's not your food, it's not your house, it's not your body, it's not your life, it's not your clitoris, it's not your head, it's not your butt. That's my overlord. What is she involved with you? My overlord is involved with you, and not without patrol. I am very much in order. I can put you down, no problem. But when I do, I will put you down for all of eternity. So get it out of your system now. Bend over and put your penis in your own mouth and suck it to death. If you don't die, I'm not gonna die for you either.